Hello friends, this is Srinivas. Today this is the first tutorial on XHTML and CSS. In this tutorial we'll see the basic introduction of XHTML, and I have got this point from double3schools.com. It is a good website. If you want to visit you can. Anyway, we'll see a basic introduction of XHTML today. Friends, what is XHTML? First of all, XHTML stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. XHTML is aimed to replace HTML. Of course, most of the people know HTML, and if you don't know, don't worry friends, I'll make it clear no, because XHTML and HTML is both are similar in terms, but there are some differences between them, and it's almost identical to HTML 4.01 version, and it is a stricter and cleaner version of XHTML. I can say the extension of HTML is nothing but a extensible hypertext markup language, that is XHTML. Of course, there is one more language, that is XML. It is also called as Extensible Markup Language, and it is designed to describe the data. If I get time, after I complete my videos on XHTML and CSS, I'll try to deal with XML as well. But at the timing, just see XHTML. Right? Pretty good? Yes. XHTML is HTML redefined and as an XML application. Most of the people will say that XHTML is a combination of HTML and XML. Of course, that's agreed, and instead of saying a combination of HTML and XML, I can say XHTML acts as a bridge between HTML and XHTML. What is the problem with HTML, and why do we go for XHTML? We'll see that now. HTML started as a way of describing the structure of the documents with tags to indicate headers, paragraphs, and the like. Because people want to control the appearance of documents as well, HTML acquired tags to control fonts, alignment, etc. Okay, that's pretty good. And why? That's why a markup language came that does both, but isn't very good either. Yes, of course. So we'll see what are the differences between HTML and XML. XML looks a lot like HTML most of the times, but there are some major differences I can say. We'll see what are the differences now. HTML uses a fixed set of tags, but in XML you make up your own tags. For example, in HTML we have for header h1 and closing dot h1, and a paragraph p. For paragraph we have p, and like that. But in XML we can make our own tags. Like if I want to have a tag like begin, I can have the tag. Anyway, I don't know whether you may understand or you may not, but I will try to explain when I'm going to deal with practical sessions. Don't worry. Next, HTML is designed to display data to humans, but XML is designed to describe data to computers. Of course, it is also a major difference between the two languages, and browsers are very tolerant of errors in HTML, but it's not in XML, because this is a good example. Our browser can easily understand HTML. Even though you made errors in HTML, it doesn't consider, and it will doesn't show any error and it will easily compile, but that doesn't happen in XML. It should be syntactically correct, then only your document will going to execute, otherwise not. That is also one of the major difference between the two languages, and of course I feel that's a pretty good one in XML as well. And all browsers can display HTML. It's a browser friendly, I can say, but XML is mostly displayed on modern browsers anyway. That's also a useful thing. The most important thing I can say in XML is that it is not dependent on any languages. I can easily say it's interoperability. That's the main benefit of XML. Anyway, you don't understand even if I say now. Okay, we'll go to next point. Anyway, see, every XHTML document must begin with one of the doc type declarations. It may be strict. You can say, I can say it may be strict, or it may be transitional, or it may be frame set. Sorry. Yeah. It's frame set, transitional, and strict. Mostly, we'll go for transitional. But sometimes we use strict, sometimes we use transitional, but don't go with frame set mate, because frame set will lead to a lot of problems. Of course, there are some different concepts in that, and you may be confusable, and most of the people don't use that. Anyway, we are going to deal with transitional and strict anyway. I don't know why they keep this doc type, because even though we don't keep this, our code is going to compile, our browser can understand. But according to W3C rules, like W3arg, so according to these rules, we have to include this at the very first step in our code. That's very important. And the three main DTDs are as follows. That is strict, that's what I told to you, and why it is used for. It's used for really clean markup and with no display information, means no font. If you don't want to display like no font, color or size information, if you don't want to mention that, we go for strict. And it will use this with CSS, and if you want to define how the document should look, we entirely do it with CSS, cascading style sheets. I will tell you what is cascading style sheets when I start sessions with cascading style sheets. Next is transitional. Where we use this transitional? If you want to use standard HTML or with CSS, in both ways we can use transitional. Anyway, I'll better explain when I do practical sessions. And allows duplicated HTML elements also. And frame set, why we go for frame set? It is used for if your documents uses HTML frames. It's a different concept anyway, and most of the people don't go for that. It leads to different confusion. Most confusing things. Anyway, I just want to leave it. So it is one of the example of XHTML. See, at the very first step, we have included this doc type. So here he used like strict one, so everything is included in CSS. So at the very first step, we'll have a starting and ending codes of HTML, and we'll have head, we'll have body, we'll have title, paragraph. Anyway, I'll deal with you when I'll explain each and every step very clearly. And that's all for this video, and we're going to start our sessions of course, the theory part, the introduction part has completed in this video, and from the next videos we are going to start our practical sessions. Oh, I'll make my videos so interesting, and I feel so excited, to tell you. Oh, that's fine. Okay, thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.